This program is made possible through the generous support of the International Candlepin Bowling Association. Learn more at candlepinbowling.com. By Woburn Bowladrome, 32 Montvale Avenue, and on the web at woburnbowl.com. By your community's public access channel, and by your Franklin friends and neighbors, good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.
Finally, it's time for our oldest age group, Brian. I'm ready to go. He's Brian Rowe. I'm Rob Taylor. You are watching the first quarterfinal of our 15 to 18 age group. We have got a pair of newcomers against a pair of veterans here today.
I feel like that's like the theme of this year. Like it's happened a lot. Like we got the vets against the rooks.
I mean, I always reference that, so if it happens, so it just works out. So let's talk to our rookies first. Jack Berrigan, first time on the show. How does it feel?
Feels pretty nice. A little nervous, but feels nice.
How are you going to handle the nerves? What do you think?
Deep breaths, slow my ball down, just straight out in front of me, make the pins fall.
Now, Jack, you are currently the profile picture of the Facebook Candlepin New Generation page. You threw a strike and made the best expression of the camera. How does it feel, that type of stardom?
It feels awesome. I hope I can do that again today.
Well, we're rooting for you. Your partner, Heather Twombly, your first time on the show, too. How are you feeling?
Nervous.
So you used to bowl at Academy before all of these other people crashed your party. Of course, Pilgrim Lanes closed. Those people went to Academy, but Heather was already there. What is it like having all these random kids just, again, crashing your party?
Well, they're all my age, most of them. And at Academy, they were younger.
Oh, gotcha. So it's nice to have people around you?
Yeah.
Like Jack? Are you guys friends? Do you guys bowl together before?
He's on my team.
Oh, amazing. So does that help out, you think?
I think so.
All right, well, we've got two teammates going up against Alana and Scott.
Two teammates.
Yeah.
Alana, I just said you are part of the team veteran, as I am calling you guys. How you feeling today?
Pretty good.
How you been bowling recently?
Not phenomenal, but all right.
It's time to turn that around, though, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay. And what kind of advantage do you think it gives you having been bowled on the show before? Anything?
A little bit. It's easier to tune out the lights and the cameras and the crowd and everything since I've done it before, but I think they'll be fine, honestly.
Sure, those lights do get kind of bright. You got any nerves going on?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but they'll go away quick, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do I have to talk to
You got to talk to Scott.
Hey, Scott.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
That's good to hear.
How you been bowling?
Been going all right.
Yeah? Scores, like anything, it's going to give
Scott
me all right?
participated
That's
in
it?
the States bowling tournament this morning, Brian. Ask him about that.
How'd that go?
Hey, how about we don't talk about that?
Yeah, that's what your brother
Okay,
said.
my fault. That's on
way
me.
to go, Rob.
Yeah, that's
you got
on
me,
me.
got
That's
me
on me.
feeding me bad information.
Seemed like a good tie-in. My bad.
That's gone. New tournament. What are you going to do to kind of erase that and start fresh?
Focusing on the head pin, trying to release, not trying to curve my hand, and seeing if I can get some decent pins down.
Now, do you think bowling this morning helped, hurt? Does it matter?
It helped, but at the same time, my knee was hurting, so that's not a good sign, but it's doing good. I took medicine. We'll see what happens.
He's got medicine.
Scott's fighting through injuries.
Well,
They've got a couple of newcomers.
I think we got to test him.
All right, well, let's see. Let's see if Scott's knee can hold up, and let's see if the rest of our contestants can put some big matches together.
I'm excited.
Let's watch. Showtime here on Candlepin New Generation. Alana is up first on lane 38. Go get him, Alana. Two Pilgrim ladies going head-to-head. Alana tosses the first ball, and Heather Twombly will throw the second. Alana, great first ball. Gets the 5-6 to look at. Heather, meanwhile, a little off the head pin, but I'd rather be shooting at hers. Maybe not. I don't know. Alana's might kick over. Oh, great try. Great idea by Alana. Now, Alana, I remember bowled on the show a while ago. I think it was back in season 10 or 11, but she was one of our Nesson contestants in the 11 and under age group.
That's right.
Alana veers a little right. Heather gets robbed. And so 9-9 at the start here. We're getting our awesome scorekeeper, Jess Stockton, set up back here. And finally, we're here, Brian, the oldest age group. I'm pumped.
She related to Jerry Stockton?
You can ask her. Heather Twombly tossed a 291 to qualify. Alana Brown a 316. In what was a very tight age group. Heather Twombly.
Wow, nice
Alana
shot.
tosses a nice spare. Heather Twombly actually won a tiebreaker match against Becky Halbadell. Both
Really?
tossed a 291. They had to do a one-string roll-off, and Heather emerged the victor. Becky, of course, a longtime contestant on our show, who we know we will see again
Yep.
very soon. She, another contestant in the States tournament earlier today.
Do you know what the tiebreaker scores were?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's like
Thanks.
90-something and 90-something. Heather was the
okay.
winner. It was a few pin difference.
Yeah, nice.
And we're in official operation here, Brian. Heather Twombly at the young age of 15, so we're going to see her for a couple more years in this age group. Alana at 16.
Also a couple more years.
Yes, sir.
Let's go throw us out there early.
I'm listening.
No emotion from the older age group, usually. The kids, the younger ones, they always get fired up. They're jumping up and down. Like Alana threw a great spare. She kind of just threw her hair back and walked back, reset the ball.
Yeah, I think our education system educates them out of personalities, Brian. That's my take.
a shame.
That's why I let my students just run rampant in
Yeah,
my
that's how it should
classes. I'm kidding, Austin Prep. Again, I'm a good educator.
Pitchforks and torches.
My students booed me the other week, Brian,
You probably deserved it.
Which was
Did you tell them your thoughts on pizza?
which was the second time in my teaching career in which I was booed. They just
Time.
didn't want to write that 2 to 4 sentence journal, Brian.
That's
What?
asking a lot.
Watch a fun video. Hey, kids, could you write 2 to 4 sentences on it? Boo! Anyway. No boos fired at all as Heather gets a backdoor opportunity. She leaves just the head pin.
We got any nicknames?
Heather Twombly's nickname is Trips. And
Oh.
Alana should be Spare because she just threw one. Heather, meanwhile, also should be nicknamed Spare. A spare for Trips, matching
Those are some good nicknames.
matching deuces. You can't call them deuces. We need new names for spares. I want to build the Candlepin dictionary. 37 to 42.
We invented like a bunch of leave names today.
That's true. That's true. Alana right there with the check mark plus the 9 and the 1 minus 3 of them. Heather, meanwhile, a little off. She gets a fill of 4. Alana, a fill of 7.
Alana's homeschooled.
Yes. Yes, she and her brother are. And they are both extremely talented kids. They're both strong musicians, if I remember right.
That means that it wasn't the education system to take all of her personality away. It was actually her parents.
Alana has a terrific personality, Brian. Alana's got like a coy wit.
What?
She's got a good wit. Is coy? Coy describes wit. She's
I don't
clever.
know.
She's a very
I can't
clever.
trust anything you say after the lasagna cheese.
Alana's a very clever person. Heather as well. She finishes with 7, so they go into the half at 56 to 49, I believe. Switch, guys. Gentlemen, take the lanes.
Scott is not ready, obviously.
My mistake on the scores. 57 to 48 at the half. In favor of Jack Berrigan's side. Jack is in the purple. Scott Douglas in the red. This is Jack's first time on the show. He's got his nickname down as Jackhammer,
Ooh.
which I like.
Scott has bowled on the show many times in the past.
Many times in the past. Both gentlemen burying the head pin there.
I usually like to give him a hard time, but it's all in fun. And that being said, his nickname is I wear shorts when everyone else wears pants.
It's a mouthful of a nickname, Scott. Scott actually didn't turn in his bowler sheet, which is part his fault, part mine, as Jack gets ripped off on that spare attempt.
He wears Velcro because he doesn't know how to tie his shoes.
Well, it was my fault for not having extra blank sheets for the kids. And then it was Scott's fault for not trying harder to write it onto anything he could find. So I'm pinning this one as 50-50.
He was like, I don't want them to know anything about me. Deal with it.
It does give us the opportunity to make things up.
His high single is a 42.
Scott, the Alley Cat Lanes native. Part of a strong program over there. I think we're going to see a few kids from Alley Cat over the next few weeks. Renee Whitelaw, another. Jack, meanwhile, with a hammer.
He's got very
A
emotional.
big fist pump.
Oh, wow.
He even just
Not sure
did a
what that was.
jackhammering motion. I hope we got that on camera. Scott, meanwhile, just off. Half inch. Jack Berrigan has come a long way as a bowler in the past couple of years. I go on that Canada trip with them, and this year he really stood out.
Really?
He's got a good personality, good head on his shoulders, a lot of confidence, has some fun up there as we take another look at that jackhammer.
Beautiful.
Jack.
Explosive, if you will.
Oh, that's good. No, it's not. No, hammers don't explode. We didn't do a bomb reference. Shame. Jack Berrigan qualified at 338. He had a 1-pin lead over Josh Daly at 337 to clinch the 6th spot. He was only 1 pin away from Hunter Collins at 339. As Jack all over that head pin. If someone who could threaten that triple strike pool, could be him.
A lot of guys bowled this year.
All of the boys in these next few weeks separated by only 13 pins in qualifying.
Wow.
Jack goes through on that spare attempt. He puts 8 on the strike. Jack's favorite school subject, physics. Didn't see that in the younger age group.
Scott's favorite school subject is recess.
And so 36 to 28, the difference early here. Physics, Jess. Yes, physics. Our scorekeeper, Jess, is making faces at the thought of physics.
I think she's making faces at Scott.
The pins are making faces at Scott. That's a tough break after Scott puts a nice ball in the head pin. Both our contestants fouling 6 with a head pin hit. I feel like Scott's could go, though. Hit that 3 pin. It's going to bounce over.
Wow.
Well, it bounced over, but it didn't take anything. Brutal break.
I didn't see that coming.
Jack, meanwhile, a little right. A lot of velocity on that Jack Berrigan ball.
Yeah. Taller guy. Gets a good wind-up.
Scott goes through the center. Jack, meanwhile, picks up a nice 10. Those are important. Jack lists his proudest bowling accomplishment as making this show, which always warms my heart.
Scott's is his 42 single.
And speaking of warming my heart, let's take a look at one of the most watched Candlepin for Kids episodes of all time, episode 1007. We've been paying tribute to it all season as we get nostalgic about the history of our program. This episode has over 145,000 views, and to commemorate that, we are reading a comment from it each week. This week, the YouTube comment of the week goes to Jackson Hazelrig, as Scott nearly picks up the backdoor mark there. No luck for Jack either. Jackson Hazelrig writes, "They can't even hold a real bowling ball. A bowling ball emoji. They're weak." You're weak, Jackson.
Hey, Jackson, use the wrong there.
And even your emoji doesn't match. 10 and a 9 for our boy contestants as they go into the half. In a tight match as our ladies go into the second half. We have got, I believe, a 9-pin difference. Oh, nope, Jess makes a face. I'm probably wrong. We have a 1-pin difference, even better.
Yeah.
1-pin difference in this one in favor of Heather and Jack. +1, Heather and Jack. We're writing it down, Brian, as Alana tries to add to it with some off-the-head pin action. Heather on the head pin, not much to show for it. Heather, an excellent try, carries the 7, not the 10. Alana, meanwhile, gets robbed.
Hate to see that. Alana's proudest bowling accomplishment is winning all events at States 2 years in a row.
It's a great
I
accomplishment.
think they call that a dynasty.
Yeah. One went in the gutter, Jess, for Heather. And so we're all tied up.
All tied up. I'm sick of ties.
I'm not. I say bring on the ties. Let them bowl forever. And Bill agrees with me, picking up that sweet, sweet FranklinTV overtime. Each of our weeks in the oldest age group, we are going to pay tribute to one of the fine folks at FranklinTV who helps make these episodes possible. And what a better week to do. Bill, our cameraman, who has been a delight to work with so far today. Bill cites his favorite song as Escape, the Pina Colada song.
Yeah.
And lists his favorite television show as America's Got Talent. My mistake, that is Heather Twombly.
My favorite thing about Bill is he laughs at all the things I say.
It's reaffirming as a host. You often feel like you're on an island out here.
Yeah.
Just whispering bad jokes into the abyss that is YouTube.
You have no idea how they're going to go over.
I mean, the
but-
abyss stares back, as you can tell from these comments.
Yeah.
But if Bill appreciates our comedy, then
And his favorite food is popcorn,
we're happy.
and his favorite drink is whatever's in that cup.
I assume it's Pepsi. Root beer,
Root beer.
says Bill. Spare, says Alana. With a beautiful pickup. Alana has her favorite movie listed as Les Miserables.
Less miserables.
Les Mis. Oh, huge news, Brian. We got Scott Douglas's score sheet. That's gonna get us through the last half here. Brian's about to fight Scott, which we don't condone.
You gave me the eye thing.
Heather at 85 in the 8th. Alana at 86 in a ball. Heather with a hammer in the 9th. And Alana with a huge 8-pin fill. That brings her up to 94 through 8. Alana's average
Sorry, 94.
is 94, and she's already got it with 2 to go.
Call that foreshadowing.
Alana with another opportunity here. I like the wood, and I stand
Almost
corrected.
came out of the gutter.
Alana caps it. I think she would have been like to have been on the red line there, but a brutal break for Alana. Alana with a 9. And so we go into our last box. Heather at 95 and 2 balls. Heather's high single is 125. She puts another hammer up there. She's going to have a chance to rival that. And Heather, I should note, her favorite song is any song by Kelly Clarkson.
Any song by Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, challenge accepted, Heather. I bet we can find one you don't like. Favorite bowler is Nick Zuffaletto, and then she wrote Freshie with 8 E's.
Alana's favorite bowler is Jonathan Boudreaux, and she wrote afterwards.
Alana.
And that was Jonathan Boudreaux.
That was a Boudreaux impression?
Yeah. No breaks.
Tough 6 to end the string for Heather, but a very respectable 105 from the newcomer. Alana puts up a 9 for a 112. And so quality strings from our 15 to 18 ladies. I believe it's a 3-pin difference. I think it's 160 to 157 according to my math. So I think Jack has got a 3-pin lead, assuming I can still calculate numbers in my head.
Hey Rob, guess what Tim's actual favorite subject is?
Scott, first off.
Scott's actual favorite subject
And
is?
what is it? Hit me.
It's gym.
That's what? That's
Recess
with grades, right?
Following away.
3-pin lead, Heather and Jack? All right, we were right. 3-pin lead, Heather and Jack. Jack with a tough spare leaf here. Gives it a go, doesn't quite carry. Lot of body
Tough wood
English from
for,
Jack.
Scott.
Yeah, he's got to be high. He
Nice-
picks it
nice
up. He's
cover.
low, puts it off the wall. And so a nice spare by Scott that's going to knot this match right up. So 2 pins now, minus the Douglas toss.
Scott's favorite movie is The Fate of the Furious 8, which is funny because I didn't ask him what the last movie
Yeah, you
he
can
saw
toss the
was.
ball down, Jack. Sorry, say that again. Fate of the Furious?
Yeah, 8,
Furious
which
8.
came out last week, so it was probably just the most recent movie he's watched.
I mean, Fast and the Furious 10 just came out. Am I right, Matt? Matt editing these in the year of our Lord 2019. Also known as 3AT after Trump. Jack looking to maintain again that 2-pin lead. That one gets away from him, and now a huge opportunity here for Scott to shift the match in his favor. On the headpin, gets 7. That gives him a
Still a tough
5-pin lead. But yeah, nothing to sneeze at, though. Jack getting a ton of action off the headpin. Pins are just flying from everywhere. Scott goes through, and so now pinning, ever important.
It's been a well-scoring house all day. You know, sometimes you see a fastball is going to help more than a slow ball, but it seems like everything, if you hit it,
Agreed, yeah, just a
Gonna
lot of
go.
good action here at Woburn Bowladrome
in Woburn, Massachusetts.
in Woburn, Massachusetts.
Woburn.
Couple of 9s keeps this at 5 in favor of Scott and Alana. 3 boxes remain. 73 to 71. Jack has the lead in the head-to-head, but he trails by 5. Jack could use another one of those patented jackhammers. And there it is! Love it, on cue. Scott, meanwhile, buries it too. Scott have a nickname down on that?
I put Scotty McHottie.
No one calls him that.
Much more.
Scott has that all set up. To me, that is a simple two-pinner.
I like the shorts one better.
Right. Scott on it. Oh, no. That is a horrible break for Scott. I was sure that if he hit the object, he would carry it.
How now, Bronco?
And Scott picks up the 10. So Scott has a 5-pin lead, which Jack can now chip away into with the 2 balls.
I don't want to start any rumors, but I think Scott's on steroids.
Well, I was going to do a jackhammer thing. I had a really good 5 thing here. The difference is 5, and speaking of 5, Jack plays 5 instruments.
Come on.
What do you think they are? Guess.
Trumpet.
Okay.
Drums.
Okay.
Piano.
Okay.
Guitar.
Yep.
Are you counting vocals as an instrument?
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
Banjo.
The voice is an instrument. Jack right now. Second ball of the fill.
Oh, no.
Oh, and it gets away. And so the lead is 4 in favor of Scott. A little missed opportunity there from Jack. We'll see how he's able to come back from it. Scott, meanwhile, with a brutal spare leave. That wood is tough. And he sweeps it aside.
You have no idea the 5 instruments, do you?
I have no idea. No, not a clue. No. No, he didn't write it.
Thanks.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what you could come up with.
Now I look like an idiot.
Oh, you thought you were right on those. That's my fault.
I mean, I thought I was going to get at least an answer.
So big turnaround there. It's 8 now in favor of Scott and Alana. 8-pin lead in favor of Scott and Alana. 1 box to go. Yes. So an 8-pin
What's
lead.
Scott bothering us about now?
What's that?
What's Scott bothering us about now?
Scott wants to know the score, which I think is a pretty reasonable request.
I don't.
Jack gets a very nice break there. That lines up nicely for him. So Jack
Scott
needs
can't
this
get a
to
break
stay
with the
alive.
wood.
Jack Berrigan in his first Candlepin New Generation appearance gets completely robbed in the 10th, ending this match. I was sure he had that.
Wow.
And so a tough episode of Double Wood there as Scott Douglas tosses the victory ball. And he picks up the spare, clinching the match.
Look at him screaming even though it's already over. Come on, have some sportsmanship.
Scott Douglas, a ton to be proud of in this one. Scott and Alana are going home with the victory. Scott will get the victory ball. A very respectable 97 from Jack Berrigan. Scott at 100, plus whatever he tosses here. Scott milking these extra last seconds here. Scott finishes with a strong 109. He'd have put it away anyway. Great performance by our contestants. We'll talk to Scott and Alana right now. A nice first win in our 15 to 18 age group. Alana and Scott coming away with the victory. We'll start with you, Alana. How did it feel to be back under the lights?
Felt great. It was good to bowl well again.
It's been a while, right? You were 11 last time on the show, I think?
Last year.
Oh my goodness, Alana. The early onset Alzheimer's is what I'm going to attribute this to.
I knew she was on last year.
So do you think having all that experience and confidence helps you out in matches like this?
A little bit, yeah.
What do you expect? So you bowl with Heather in the youth league. Any advice for her as she tries to pursue her Candlepin career?
Just keep doing what you're doing. She's a great bowler. They both are, and they'll make it.
Any adjustments you're going to try to make going into your next match?
I think that felt good. I think I'm good.
You still right up there? You're feeling like you're in a good place?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see if Alana can keep it going in her next match. Brian, you're with Scott.
My first question is, who do you think you are? I'm just kidding. You bowled great. You were having a little trouble with leads. Some bad wood. You know, you were getting 9 drops, but you just couldn't. Was that frustrating you? How'd you get your way through it?
I mean, it was getting a little frustrating, but like people say, shake it off, new box. And when I kept throwing on the second half, I got a spare, and you know, it was just helping out. Just remembering, shake it off, new box, go ahead, hit the head pin, get something out of it.
Now, you said you were a little shaky up there. What's that all about?
It's always the first time when I'm doing something for like something like this. It's a little nerve-wracking, but after a while, once you get used to it, you're done. Like you're like, all right, you know, new game coming up.
It's true. Anything that you want to work on before the next game? Any adjustments you think you have to make?
Yeah, I stopped twisting my wrist.
It's a classic one. Classic one. And how's the knee holding up?
It's working out good. At the beginning, it was hurting because I was stopping way too quick. But once I realized it was getting a lot better, so that's why I started bowling better.
Also, are you bowling in house shoes?
Oh, yeah.
All the time?
All the Alley Cat Lane, these are their old ones, yep.
You took them with you. You stole them.
No, they got new ones.
You're a thief.
So they, sure, you can say that.
I'm looking forward to you coming back, Scott. I only called you Tim once during the broadcast, so.
Of course.
Scott's his nickname for you was I wear shorts. I think we should switch it to Kleptomaniac, personally, but that's just me. We're going to see these guys in 2 weeks, and next week we will have our second quarterfinal match, and what should be a great little run we got going here.
Who's bowling, Rob?
Your guess is as good as mine, folks. You can find out who is on the Facebook page of Candlepin New Generation, where you can look up all the information you need.
Perfect.
As a teacher, I'm more of an active
He's giving
learner.
homework.
I don't
He's
like to
not
tell
even-
the viewers
he's
what
not
they need to
even-
know. I just
yeah.
like to let them find it for
Alright.
themselves. You've been watching us at Woburn Bowladrome, and you've been watching a production by the fine folks at FranklinTV. On behalf of our cameraman of the week, Bill, Brian Rowe, Rob Taylor, Candlepin New Generation.
This program is made possible through the generous support of the International Candlepin Bowling Association. Learn more at candlepinbowling.com. By Woburn Bowladrome, 32 Montvale Avenue, and on the web at woburnbowl.com. By your community's public access channel, and by your Franklin friends and neighbors, good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.